Hello YouTube. It's Sunday afternoon. Very nice day. There was some thunderclouds again earlier, but the last 2 days have been really hot. It's a little bit cooler now, but it's not too bad at all. Smoking some Mick McQuaid plug in Mia. Been smoking it quite a bit this week of an evening, just to try and get some more colour into it, get it built up. Had a busy week at work, done some 12-hour days and more to come next week. So yeah, very busy. But I have managed to catch up on a number of videos this week as well. And interesting one about if you could, should you? And a couple of responses out there regarding that. And if you decide to do it because you can, that would then go hand in hand with the other saying of every action has a reaction. So be prepared for the consequences, depending on what it is you've done, obviously, because depends on what your intentions are. Because we can, should we? Well, it really does depend on what it is and how it affects anybody else. Also, opened up a new Facebook account this week, purely for pipes and YouTube related. Although I do have a personal account for family and close friends. But I'd like to keep them separate, even though my family and friends know I smoke a pipe anyway. When watching Speedy Spod, like a lot of us have been, with her experiments for healthier smoking, and a couple of guys have already said, well, if you want healthier smoking, give up smoking. And I'm afraid I have to agree with that statement. Perhaps filter technologies haven't changed for so many years because if it ain't broke, don't fix it. And everything we come in contact with, whether that be paper tobacco, food you buy in the supermarket, they have all got something on them of some description that wasn't there originally, even if it's just something to extend the shelf life of the product. You go into a lot of the larger supermarkets that have their own in-store bakery, yet they still add stuff to it to make it last that little bit longer. Not just on the shelf, but obviously when you get it home. Because if you make your own bread at home, it doesn't last anywhere near as long as anything that you bought from the shop. So everything that we pretty much ingest these days has got some chemical or other on there. And watched quite a few of her videos from the start, really. and it's got to the point now that if you don't agree with what she's saying, then you're wrong. Not really, no, it's not the case, is it? You don't have to agree with what is being said. And the fact, you know, the implication that if we don't want to watch, then we're ignorant. Which to me just, sorry, but you're too condescending and too arrogant in the manner in which you're portraying yourself in these videos. And I saw the one where you washed your tobacco, and the principle, very similar as you stated, when you go and get your vegetables or whatever from supermarkets, that you wash them before you eat them. Principle, yeah. In practice, absolutely hilarious. And I laugh for days over that. And the race filter, in principle, yeah, could work. However, it was still funny. For me, I think you're on a fruitless task. And excuse me. And I think a lot of others do it as well, because there is no such thing out there as healthy or healthier smoking. It is, if you smoke, you're not being healthy. And those that don't want to go along for the ride are classed as ignorant and don't understand. But I think we do understand. We understand it's fruitless and pointless. And that doesn't and that doesn't make me wrong, because I disagree with you. And actions have reactions, so no doubt there will be one or several to what I've just said. Whether they be good ones or bad ones. I've got broad shoulders. So anyway, I'm going to sit back and enjoy my smoke. Just chill out for the rest of the evening. I'll put my Facebook in the bucket. If you want to pop along, you can. If you don't, you won't. And then I'll catch you all later. Cheers for now.